Hello. Welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You've got a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
£320. That's a lot of money.
A little bit more.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say reject it. Go to auction. Try and get some more money there. Today, the show comes to you from the Roundhouse in Derby. There's been a great crowd of people turn up. They've brought their treasures. They're determined to do business. They want to walk away with cash or maybe gamble at auction, but either way, they want the real deal.
We're off to a busy start in the dealer's den.
Thank you very much for coming in today, Wendy. I'm Simon. Nice to meet you.
First, a selection of snapshots from the past.
Now, Wendy, you brought in this photograph album.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it?
It's been donated by an Indian gentleman.
Right.
It's some part of his family, some history from part of his family in India. He's given it to charity because it's just hanging around in his property and he wants to donate whatever he can to the charity.
And what charity are we talking about here?
It's a charity I've set up myself, 2 charity shops. And we give to anybody really in need, whether it be a child or elderly or anybody needing medication.
It's really nice that people, you know, someone like yourself does something
That's what
like that.
I enjoy doing. So.
Well, your Indian gentleman that brought in this book has really brought in quite a fascinating social document relating to India and Sudan around the turn of the last century. The lovely one here of the soldiers' mess, where they're all sitting down eating together. And there's another one, where's the camel? I can't see from here there. I mean, these are just some fantastic images, and it's a real document, a social document that sort of shows how the country was around the turn of the last century. You know, this was a really quite revealing look at another country, and it is a social document, and I think it's a really nice album. It's completely full as well, which, you know, there's no gaps or anything missing from it. So I think it's a nice thing. I think it's got a value, and obviously we're talking about a very good cause here as well. Yeah. So what I'd like to do, Wendy, is I'd like to make you a very generous offer today, which goes against the grain normally, but I do like these, and I think they're interesting, and I think other people will find them interesting, and I think there's a bit of money in them as well. I would like to offer you 50, 70, £90. Let's see what David thinks, and maybe he can give us some advice on this.
Now, this came from a charity shop, obviously. Is it one that you manage or run?
I'm proprietor of the shop.
Whenever these albums come along with photographs, if they're from mainly the 20th century and sometimes a little bit earlier, you need to scan them because it's a specialist area.
Very much.
Some of these that encompass the Middle East and have topographical scenes of a way of life that's come and gone can be highly collectible. Now, I've had a quick look through that, but there are 4 pictures in there, 2 of them of an extraordinarily attractive Nubian girl. Now, they're only small photographs, and I think there's 2 men as well. It just strikes me that the prize ones are probably those, and they could be worth 100 quid on their own. On saying that, the independent values have said 60 to 80 quid.
Right.
So I'm going to say it's about there. And if you could get another tenner off him...
Well, it's a great cause, this, anyway. I mean, Wendy does all this work for charity on her own.
I'm going to turn away and say Simon's very fair when it comes to charity, so I'm going to say that probably is the money.
Wendy, I've raised it to £100. I'm more than happy to pay £100 for them. I think there's probably a profit left in that anyway, and I think they're very interesting and I really like them. So say yes and we'll all be happy.
Yes.
Right, well, thank you very much indeed for selling me them. I think they're fantastic, and I think I will manage to get a profit on them. And also, thank you very much for everything you're doing for the local community. So well done, you.
Great offer for a great cause. Let's cross over to Alison, who has a selection of timepieces on her table.
Well, now, these are gentlemen's watches, and I can see that you're a beautiful young lady. So what are you doing with them?
They were my granddad's.
And why are you selling them?
Well, my granddad's passed away, and my nana was sorting through his things, and she just wants to make a bit more space for herself and try and get rid of some of Grandad's clutter.
Well, that's fair enough. So you've been given the task of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got 2 gold watches, the Everite and the Enocha, and in the middle, the Omega. And it's a shame, really, because the Omega is the more collectible by miles. So what would be really nice if the gold one was the Omega. If it was in gold, the Omega, we'd probably be sitting here looking at about £320, £340. As it is for the 3, we're not even really looking at a third of that.
Right, okay.
They're not great makes, so they really probably, they definitely have more of a value for their weight of gold. So do you want to see my money?
Yes, please.
And then you'll be able to weigh up what you think you should do for your grandma. What's Grandma going to do with the money?
Hopefully take her grandchildren on holiday.
Excellent. So there's a 50, which is quite a pretty colour, isn't it?
Very, yes.
And there's a 20. And there's a 10. £80.
Not quite what she was looking for, to be honest.
What was she looking for?
Probably another purple one and probably 1 or 2 more 10s, to be honest.
Purple ones, that's 90, 110. Yeah, I don't sort of feel inclined to go to that sort of money. So, did she say if I wasn't going to pay around the £100 mark that you were to go to auction?
She said see what your final offer was and then make an executive decision.
Oh, you poor girl.
No.
That's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got 80, and I can feel the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. So there's 90, and now you're going to have to make your executive decision.
I'll take the 90.
You'll take the 90. Okay, I think that's a good executive decision.
I hope so. Thank you.
All right, that's lovely. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you made the right decision, Emma. Now, over to Michael.
Yeah.
He's got the day's most unusual item, I think.
Mary, thanks for coming in today. Tell us what you're going to try and sell me.
An 18th century elm stall.
18th century or 19th?
I think 18th.
I think 19th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
1850, 1860.
Right.
Nice bit of kit. Why are you selling it?
It's just sitting around the house doing nothing. Use it to stand on and get in the cupboards.
Do you?
We've only been 4'8 1/4. So, yeah, needs to be gone.
It's a bit of social history, really, something like this. If you think
Yeah.
about a milking stall when this was used in the mid-19th century,
Yeah.
this would have been used every single day
Yeah.
to go and milk the cows. They didn't have all the electronic stuff and that. And the maid would sit on there and do the milking and everything like that. So, it's, you know, this is built to last.
Right, yeah.
Turned supports here. I quite like it. Get some Wonga out. I'll go 10, 20, 30, 40 quid,
I'd like a bit more than that.
50 quid. It's tatty, it needs a bit of restoration.
Now, Mary, how much have you been able to milk Michael for?
That was my line.
OK, 40 to 60 is round about the
Yeah.
estimation which our independent valuers and auctioneers say. 50 quid on the table?
It's a good offer, David.
Well, I think it is. I mean, I think there was a time when furniture, milking stools, small benches, country furniture was doing really well. This has had a bit of a checkered life. You'd expect it to be used.
Yeah.
I think it's all right at that kind of money. I think you can still get a profit on it. This could be good for you, Michael. He likes to do a bit of travelling now out in the country.
That'd be great in the camper van, wouldn't it?
In the camper van, as soon as you see a cow in a field, with permission, of course,
Yeah.
you know what to do, Michael.
Get out of here.
OK, not a bad price. I think he likes it. You might get another tenner off him.
So that's David's opinion, Mary, that £50 is quite a good offer in his opinion. I think it's a good offer. It's just up to you whether you want to take it to auction and gamble for that extra maybe 10, 15 quid.
Another tenner on and we'll call it.
No, I won't go another tenner. No, I wouldn't do that, Mary. Tell you why. Because I reckon I'll make 10, 15 quid out of it.
Okay then, a deal.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Pleasure to do business with you. Thank you.
Now, has David Hakeney met his match in Keith?
Well, 100's no good. £120, Keith.
We're a long way off at the moment.
Are we a long way off? Oh, gosh, I might not be buying this off you.
Find out after the break. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal in Derby. The crowds are building in the dealer's den. There's a bit of
Hello,
a Bobby
Keith, Andrew.
Dazzler on David's table.
And you've brought a ring in today?
I have, yes. Yeah.
Oh. Well, is it something you've had a long time? Is it a family thing?
Something I bought at auction.
You bought it at an auction?
A few months ago, yeah. 'Cause I quite liked it. And,
A few months ago?
Yes.
Go on.
And thought there might be a bit of profit in it, so...
Well, a bit of jewellery is a good thing at the moment, isn't
absolutely. Yeah, gold's at an all-time high. And
it? It certainly is. It's, it keeps keeping on the move, isn't it? I don't know when it's going to stop going up.
No. So I thought I might get a bit of money out of you today.
Well, I'm going to have a look at this ring. I'll get my glasses on here and let's have a little bo peep at it. Yes, a pretty ring. It's diamonds and sapphires, and let's have a quick look at this. Here we are. Let me get the glass on. Oh, it's 18 carat, and it's quite an old ring. This is hallmarked Birmingham, about 19. I'll say it's 20s, 30s. Do you know the exact date?
I think it's 1912.
1912, yeah. It sort of looks that period, yeah. Like really nice coloured gold, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Keith, how much would you like for this piece of jewellery?
A little bit of profit would be nice.
Well, I don't know what you gave for it, do I? I think you might give more than 100 quid for this.
I think I did. A bit of profit for yourself, I think.
Yes. Well, that's no good, is it? And that's no good?
No.
Well, 100's no good. £120, Keith.
Yeah, it's no good either.
Oh, that's definite, isn't it? I thought I might be getting a bit close about that.
We're a long way off at the moment.
Are we a long way off? Oh, gosh, I might not be buying this off you. Because it only weighs about sort of just under 4 grams in... Not that we're going to scrap something like that, but it just gives some ideas of different things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not in profit yet.
You're not in profit yet? Well, I'm going to say 140, and I'm getting a bit close to what I want to give for this.
Yeah. I'm still not in profit.
Am I a long way off?
Quite a way off, yeah. You are.
Am I?
Yes.
Well, Keith, I don't think I want to give a lot more than that.
No.
I'd only want to give £150 for this.
Yeah. I think it might be auction.
Is it going to be the auction?
I think so, yeah.
So, what did you give for it?
£190.
£190?
Yeah.
Well, there we are.
The commission.
Well, let's hope it does
I'm sure it will.
a bit of profit for you.
I'm sure it will, yeah.
Keith,
Thank you very much.
thanks for bringing it. And if you've got any more gear, bring it in.
I will do, yeah.
The ring is about to go under the hammer of Stephen Iredale. But will the people in the sale room think Keith's diamonds are big enough?
Unfortunately, he can't make it today, so he's left the ring in charge with the Duke, and I'm looking after his interest. There is a 250 reserve on this item. It's coming up now. It needs to make that kind of money to sell. Let's see what it does.
Lot number 835 is the 18 karat gold diamond and sapphire ladies ring. Has to start with me at £200, 10 to IC. At £200.
They're in at £200. That's a lot better than the 150 offered by David Hakeney.
Anybody coming in on that at £200 then, it's with me. Might be a little bit too much at £200. That's not sold.
The gavel has just gone down at £200. 150 was turned down from David Hakeney. It got up to £200 here in the sale room, which you could say was the real deal, but it didn't sell because there was an over-ambitious reserve of 250 quid on it. That's the way it goes if you're a bit over-ambitious. No deal.
Let's go back over to the dealer's den. Is Alison about to dish up a deal?
This is your plate.
Yes.
How long have you had it?
I've had it about 10 years.
10 years. And how did you come by it?
It came from my aunt. I inherited it when she died.
And it was just single plate?
Yes.
OK, well, if we turn it over, we can see that it's got the Rockingham mark with the lion and the unicorn and the crown. And if I have a look at the decoration with my eyeglass, I can see that it's transferred decoration and then hand painted. And when I'm looking with my glass, what I'm looking for is little dots. So like this line here is little dots. So that means they'll have put a transfer on.
Yes.
And then one of the porcelain painters will have come in and then hand decorated the colour with the flowers.
Yes.
I mean, it's obviously a plate that's been used.
Yes.
Because the gold leaf is worn and there's cut marks, so it's not something that's just been purely used as a decorative item to sit somewhere on a shelf.
Yeah.
It's actually been enjoyed and was probably part of quite a grand service from a fairly well-off home.
Yes, yes.
Because this is a porcelain, whereas the poor people would have to eat off earthenware.
Yes.
So this piece is early Victorian, probably around about 1840.
Yes.
So it's survived time. It's not something I buy a lot of. So this is coming really from how I feel about it as a piece, from my heart, rather than my market knowledge. £40.
I'd have thought a tiny bit more.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty on the ballpark figure there for the value of it. If anything, perhaps a little generous, really. I see this piece at about £30 to £40.
OK, then, well, I'm happy to accept.
You sure?
You're the expert, yes.
All right, then that's great. So we've got a deal, Sally.
Yes, we have.
Great stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's lovely. Thanks.
Spend it wisely.
Will do.
Now, Michael's next lot has stood the test of time. But will it make him tick?
Alan, thanks for coming in today. Tell me what you bought.
I bought this watch that belonged to my great-aunt, who bequeathed it to my mother.
Right.
And in turn, mother passed it on to
Put it over to you.
She had the strap renovated.
Right, okay.
Because it was being into wear, new springs and things.
OK.
And unfortunately, she had an accident, broke the glass.
So, as we say, it's been through the wars?
Oh, definitely.
The glass is missing?
Yes.
And the winder's missing?
Yes.
And it's called a rose gold, this one. It's like a typical sort of Art Deco, 1920s, 1930s, which I reckon was about when this was made.
I think it was 1930.
It sort of fits in with all the family thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's got a nice silver dial, which is just like a brushed silver dial. It's an Amiga movement, which is a good movement.
Yes.
But you are talking about a lot of money to spend on that to get that back up to sellable standard.
Imagine these days.
And we've got an elasticated watch strap on there, which means it just expands a little bit and goes back a little bit. So I've had a quick weigh of this.
Yes.
And the scrap value of it is about 10, 11 grams.
Yes.
Because you've got the movement in there and a few other bits you have to take off which aren't gold. So I am going to bid you on a scrap value for that, Colin.
Right.
What are you going to do with the money?
Possibly another trinket for the wife.
Good stuff. There's 50, there's 60, 70, 80, £90.
I think
you'd like to take it.
I could think another one of those tenors.
That's my profit.
I think there's a little more in it than that.
If it does a deal, so I'll make it £100 and we got a deal there?
You certainly have.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
So it's off to the melting pot for the old watch. Coming up, I didn't have Alison down as a train spotter.
And it's called an 040.
Yeah.
Don't you marvel that a woman knows all this?
Yes, very, very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But will she be on the right track when it comes to the deal?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Derby.
The dealer's den is buzzing, and we're over on Simon's table. Will he go to battle over the next item?
Now, Pauline, you've brought in some medals.
Yeah.
Are these family medals?
Yeah.
How do they come into your possession? What members of the family do they?
These are my husband's father's, and these are his granddad's.
Right.
You know, they're from the First World
That's
War,
right.
I think. And they're the second.
These three are, as you correctly say, these are from the First War. The difference between the First World War and the Second World War, one of the major differences with medals from the First World War is that they're normally actually inscribed with who they're to. So on these you'll have your grandfather's name. Whereas in the Second World War, most of the medals were generic. In other words, they were the same medals given to everybody. So not everyone, you can't really associate the medal with a particular individual.
Yeah.
Especially once they've been sold, they could have belonged to anybody, you know.
Yeah.
So consequently, most of the value of what is here is in these, and they're particularly of local interest, aren't they? Because they're Notts and Derby, which obviously being here in Derby today means that there's more interest in those. Why are you selling them now?
Well, I just brought them for evaluation to start with, and then, you know, I rang my husband and said, what shall I do? Shall I let them go? Or he said, well, you can do.
They're funny things to keep, medals, aren't they? I mean, in a way, when you think about them, they've got all this, you know, enormous acts of bravery and sacrifice associated with them, but then they're not something you sort of readily display, are they?
No.
Or, you know, I'm going to make you an offer, and I hope it's going to tempt you. I am going to offer you £70.
No, I don't think so.
You wanted more than that?
I did really, yeah. Because, I mean, that's not even £20 each, is it?
Well, I think £70 is a very good offer for them.
You do?
I do. Let's get David's opinion, and then he can sort of put your mind at rest as to what they're worth.
Now, Pauline, what's interesting, all these medals, both from First World War and the Second World War, they all belong to your family members.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. £80 to £120 is the estimation. Now, that doesn't sound a lot of money when you consider
the sacrifices
that are made, but that is the price at the moment. So I'm going to say £70 is not really enough. Unless Simon wants to go a bit more, I'm going to say let's go to the auction, let's put it to a wider audience, and let's see if we can do better.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I think everything you know David said is right. I think the only thing I can add to that is that I do feel that the local interest that could be generated by these three might really help you in the sale room. And I think in this occasion, my best advice to you would be to go for the auction, but it's entirely your decision.
Yes, I'll go try it auction.
You'll try it auction. Well, I hope they go very well. Thank you very much for bringing them in today.
Yeah, thank you.
Simon missed out on that deal. Pauline's pinning her hopes on the folk in the auction room.
Selling.
What did you think of the £70 offer?
Well, I didn't think it was very much, actually.
No.
It wasn't.
I think the answer is it worth parting with for 70 quid? They could go back into the drawer. They're here in the sale room. The estimate is realistic. It's 60 to 100, and the reserve is 70. Medals are doing reasonably well. How are these going to do? Well, let's find out. They're coming up over there.
Lot number 730 of the medals, both First World War and Second World War. Particularly nice little trio from a private in the Notts and Derby Regiment from the First World War. There's 8 of them all together. I have got 9 bids on commission, and it starts with me at £75. 80 do I see? 80, 5, 90, 5, 100 has them, and 10 do I see?
They're already at 100, you see, more than the 70 you turned down.
15 if it helps you, sir. 115, 115, 120, and 5. At £120, I'm bid. Back of the room at £120, all done then and selling at £120.
OK, it was a good decision, £120. You decided to gamble and you made the right decision. I can tell you, you've just got just a couple of pounds over the £100 when we deduct the commission. Is that satisfactory?
Yes, that'll go for the grandchildren.
So,
in their
happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Going back in the family kitty, going for the grandchildren. In some ways, I think that's a very nice thing to do. These medals, of course, were in the family name. Now it's going back into the kitty. It's being spent on the grandchildren. That has got to be a cracking real deal.
We're back in the dealer's den. Over on David's table, the provenance of an item has the dealers scratching their heads. The Duke and auctioneer Stephen Iredale are just as curious.
So I brought this item along for your valuation and interest.
Yes.
I think it's a very nice piece.
I do agree with you. I think it's a very nice piece, and I've just glanced at it quickly, and it looks a little bit Baleekish, doesn't it? You know, Irish. And then it looks a little continental, but I think the factory...
Phillips Pierce.
Phillips Pierce,
No.
19th century factory, English.
It's 1869.
1869.
But I don't know Phillips Pierce, who they were really.
I'm not very familiar with the company, but obviously a good company to make something like this. And here underneath we've got the registration mark, and I'm sure it says Phillips Pierce there, which is hard to read, but all the information's there underneath. And this is for putting little flowers in.
That's right.
Put the water in there and in there.
Stem here.
And round the back you can put a little
flower there. So
bunch of flowers, yeah.
It's quite a nice...
It's lovely. When you first glance at it, you swear blind it was not English, but it is English.
Yeah.
And it's in very nice condition. There's a tiny little bit of a nibble around there. Nothing's very serious at all.
OK, well, first of all, Stephen, have a look at this object. It's got great quality to it.
Beautifully modelled, isn't it?
Where do you think this has come from? I mean, it almost looks Baleek.
Phillips and Pierce aren't manufacturers. It's not the maker, which is why we couldn't know. Everyone's baffled by it. They're actually a Bond Street retailer.
Ah, so underneath there is Phillips and Pierce. It is not a manufacturer. It is the name of a retailer. That says quality. That says this was not cheap when it was sold. Very interesting. Now, it's right up David's street. He likes decorative porcelain. Let's see what David puts down on the table. I think it's something he's going to like.
Well, I'm going to get some cash out here and see if I can tempt you, eh? What shall we say to start off with, do you think? Shall we say...
Well...
20, 40, 60... What about £80, Ed? Does that get you excited?
No, I think it's far more value than that.
Let's make it £100. It sounds a bit more serious, doesn't it?
I still feel it's quite a valuable item.
Do you think so? Well, the market's not the same as it used to be, you know that.
I understand.
Here's some advice.
I do.
Well, I've just walked in here now because I think we're at a crucial stage. Our auctioneer, Stephen, has just brought something to my attention. The name on the base of that we've all been scratching our head about and thinking, we've never heard of that factory. Well, it isn't a factory, I can tell you. Just in the nick of time, Stephen has found out that that is a Bond Street, or was a Bond Street retailer. I think that tells us something, the sheer quality of it. It's superb, and so I'm going to say at auction it wouldn't surprise me if it brought more money, but you know David, he likes smart quality items, and he might not yet be finished.
I thought it was a name I'd not heard of, so that's the retailer's name, as David correctly said.
I mean, Bond Street do sell quality items, particularly
Certainly
going
do.
back to those days.
Well, they do today, never mind those days. Here, while you get me going here, look, Ed, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, £150, and I'm getting about where I want to be, I think.
I think change the 10 for a 20 and we'll do a deal.
I don't want to. I think I've given you a good bid here.
I'd like you to just do that and I'd be a happy man.
Do you know, I am soft.
If you
Have
do
we done
that,
a deal?
I'd appreciate that, David.
I'll give you £160. How's that?
I think that's a fair price.
I do too. Now, what are you going to do with the money, I want to know?
Well, I've just become a great-granddad.
Lovely, congratulations.
So you know what I'm going to do with it.
Absolutely, how nice, that's lovely.
A little girl called Jessica's going to have that.
Very, very nice. Send her my
Okay.
best wishes, thank you.
Right.
Back in the dealer's den, is that steam I see coming from Allison's table?
So have you owned this since you were a child?
No, I can't say I have. I bought this roughly about 15 years ago at a toy fair in
Right.
Derbyshire. So I used to go to. So I think now it's time to let it move on to another owner.
Right. It's by a German company called Bing.
Right.
By about 1905, they had the largest toy factory in the world. And so one of their most successful toys was in fact the clockwork engine that you've got
yes,
here.
Yes.
And they did make thousands.
Sure.
And it's called an 040 engine because of the 4 wheels. So
Yeah.
don't you marvel that a woman knows all this?
Yes, very, very impressive.
Oh, yeah. Well, my husband is the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Steam Railway.
Oh, right.
So from him, I've sort of acquired a taste for it.
Good, right.
So does it work?
It certainly does.
Right, 1 key pull.
Right, OK then. Just bear with me. Just give it a couple of winds. I won't wind it all the way. Just give you a little. There we go.
That's racing, isn't it?
Yes. There
Very
we go.
good. Right, so it's fully functioning.
Yep.
Right, well, it's time for me to get my money out then.
Right.
Here we go. 20, 30, 5.
No. No, not.
I don't feel like I'm far away.
Oh, there's a bit more to go yet, I think.
$45.
No, still a little bit further yet.
Well, I don't really feel I'm far off, but
Oh, I think there's a little bit more to come yet.
a little bit more.
David?
Okay, let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. They say 150 to 2, 150 to 250. And I think they probably are right within that area. So I'm going to have to say, Allison, that's a bit on the low side. I think if you're into this Bing tin plate toy thing, you look at it with a whole different set of eyes. I think it's worth over £100, but you've got to want to buy it to give that kind of money.
Well, was that the estimate that you had in mind when you brought it in? Was that sort of ballpark figure you thought of?
It was closer to that than
where I am.
Yes.
Well, I'm well off the mark, and it sounds to me like you're going to have to go to auction, doesn't it?
It's looking that way, yes.
All right, well, you'll have a
well,
good
thank
day.
you very much.
And David will look after you.
Yeah, great.
And all the best. I hope you get a good money for it.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, the train is pulling into auction and David gets excited.
I like it. Bing always brings out the collectors.
How much are the collectors willing to pay? Before the break, we saw Allison try and secure a deal on the tin plate train, but the offer wasn't good enough for Paul.
45.
No.
Let's cross over to the sale room where it's about to go under the hammer of auctioneer Stephen Iredale.
On the dealer's day, you brought along an early 20th century, a Bing tin plate toy. Tell me about it. It's a green locomotive. Where did it come from?
It came from a toy fair in Derbyshire many, many years ago.
How many years ago?
Ooh, you're probably looking at a good 20.
What did you pay for it 20 years ago?
I can't be 100%, but it was round about the 70-ish mark.
OK, so
Yeah.
that's quite a good price 70 years ago.
Yeah.
It's here in the sale room. It's got a £90 reserve on it. It needs to do better than that. I think the reserve is very realistic and it should do better than that.
Early 20th century Gebruder Bing tin plate clockwork, locomotive and tender. And it starts with me at £120.
Straight in at 120.
Yeah.
That's good.
130, 140, 150, 150 bid at £150.
£150. I like it. 170. Bing always brings out the collectors.
180 now at £170. All done then at 170.
OK, the gavel has gone down at 170 quid. I make that about 145 quid, or very close to it. What's your first reaction, Paul?
Oh, absolutely excellent, yeah. Very pleased.
Now, you bought this over 20 years ago. You brought it out and said it's surplus to needs now. It's gone in the auction, and you're going home with £145.
Superb.
Good head of steam here in the sale room. Nice profit, £145, and that is the real deal.
Now, gold is the name of the game on Simon's table. Will the real deal ring true?
Now, Pauline, you've brought in some rings.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell me about your rings?
They belong to my husband. One of them was given to him to his 21st birthday.
Right.
And for the past 30 years, they've just been sitting in a drawer. He's not
Gathering
been wearing
dust?
them. Yeah.
So with the price of gold being what it was today, you thought it was a good time to cash in?
Yeah.
Right. Well, very quickly, what we've got here, got a sort of bit of black onyx and a 9-carat gold shank here. Is that the one that was his birthday present? Yeah. Then we've got quite a simple wedding band here, which is also 9-carat gold. And then the one that's probably worth the most, we've got a sovereign here, which has been mounted into also a 9-carat gold shank. And what they've done with this sovereign, which is a point, if you're going to mount sovereigns, they should always mount them like this, because you can take this out and the sovereign's not damaged. Sometimes they're soldered into mounts, which for a coin collector completely spoils it. So you're selling them because they gather dust. And I believe there's another little connection with where we are today, though, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm one of the catering managers for Derby College, and I'm based in here.
So you're actually based in this lovely building where we're filming today?
Yeah.
Well, it's very nice of you to let us come here today, and it's a fabulous building. It's really interesting. So it's been a great venue. So if I can sweeten it for you with some money now.
Yeah.
Basically, what we've got here, Pauline, we've got 3 rings, and the value of them is determined by their weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you as much, offer you as much as I can, but it's going to be within the scrap price of them. So today I'm going to offer you 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 and £20. That's a lot of money.
A little bit more?
A little bit more. Well, I think the scrap's just over 400, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the price of gold, by the time I go to sell it, could go down a wee bit. It could also go up a little bit, to be fair to you. Maybe that's a bit mean. What about for another £20? That's £340 there. Well, that doesn't leave me a massive profit, does it?
But maybe another 10.
Another 10? That sounds fair, doesn't it? Especially as you work here.
Yeah.
And you've had us here today as your guests. Shall I take away those 2 20s? Put down a pink one. Then we've got £350.
That's okay.
You happy with that, Pauline?
Yeah, very much so.
Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
And also thank you very much for letting us use your wonderful venue today.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you for the lunch as well. It's very nice.
Now, it's time to see how our dealers have fared today. Back at Allisons' shop, the Rockingham plate was broken as it was being unwrapped. Oh dear.
I think that's a good executive decision.
I hope so.
But Allison did sell the gentleman's wristwatches at a break-even £90.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
The flower vase that got everyone talking sold for £175, making David a neat little profit.
Pleasure to do business with you, thank you.
Michael has kept the stool and has been using it to sit on himself.
I am going to bid you on a scrap value for that, Colin.
In fact, the Amiga watch was carefully restored, costing £120. Michael then sold it on for £270.
It is a social document, and I think it's a really nice album.
The photo album is unsold. Simon really likes the piece, so he's looking for an appreciative buyer. He's also our dealer of the day, as the gold rings have gone into the melting pot at the price of £410.
We've had a great day here in Derby. There's been lots of action, lots of buying and lots of selling. That's the way we like it. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.